It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Are we straight? That's better. Today we got a beer from Great Newsome Brewery. Now this is the first time I've had a beer from Great Newsome Brewery, and I've chosen this beer because today, specifically, I fancy a best bitter. This is called Frothingham Best Yorkshire Farm Brewery Best Bitter, 4.3% ABV. I've fallen in love again with bottled beer, specifically brown bottled beer. To some of you, this might sound boring. Let's be frank, some of you, a lot of you, love these wonderful, colourful craft beer cans, 440ml cans. But I've drunk enough of them. I've drunk a lot of them, and what I've discovered over the last 6 months or so reviewing beer on YouTube is that actually the spark that got me involved in beer, that kind of initial reason to review beer on YouTube, was the curiosity of bottled ale in the shops and the supermarkets. And to stand here and see this, and this kind of captures my imagination. 4.3% ABV, 500ml bottle, red bottle cap. Let's get the beer out into a glass and see what we get. Not sure if you can hear that in the background. My neighbour seems to be doing work on the property again. One finger, slightly off-white head, good levels of carbonation in the glass, amber coloured beer, quite clear to look at, looks pretty good. It's not a bottle conditioned beer. It's a filtered beer, unless of course this has been taken from the top of the vat. When they bottle beer, you can either have beer from the bottom of the vat, the conditioning vessel, or the top. If it's coming from the top, generally you're going to get a pretty clear bottle. If you get it from the bottom, you might have a bit of that conditioning going in there. So it looks like we might have some from the top here. Let's get the aroma. Fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. Biscuity, bready, nutty. Again, the reason why I got involved in beer in the first place. Smells absolutely fantastic. I play snooker with a mate on a Wednesday, and he says, "You got a pint of brown bread again?" I'm like, "Yep, pint of brown bread." Let's get in. Cheers, everybody. It's good, solid beer. What I like about brown ales, if you like, best bitters, real ales, premium ales, call them what you will, is the balance. They're much more malt forward. Yes, I love hops. I love hops like the next man. And if I go a few weeks without one of these canned craft beers, then I do look forward to trying one. I do look forward to getting into my next New England IPA. But I also look forward into getting into something which is malty and bready and biscuity, which this is. And the balance of the beer is perfect. A little bit of sweetness over here, nice amount of bitterness on the back end. perfect balance between sweetness and bitterness with the beer. Lots of flavour too. Lots of flavour. Great drinkability. Been out the fridge about 20 minutes. I get out the fridge. I store all my beer in the fridge, just to keep whatever hops are in the beer quite fresh. And I like to keep my beer nice and cold. And then when I drink the beer, I get the beer out the fridge. I leave it for 20 minutes just to warm up a little bit, just to experience more of that malt flavour. Because the more you can warm this up slightly, the more of that lovely biscuity malt flavour you're going to pick up from the beer. It's great stuff. Absolutely great stuff. So the bitterness on the back end, it's not just bitterness, there's flavour there too. It's like a slightly kind of prickly, stinging nettle, dark berry, fruit flavour on the beer. Dark fruit, dark kind of hedgerow hop. It's very difficult to actually... I should know by now, shouldn't I? I've been doing it long enough. Yeah, it's like a bitter stinging nettle. That's how I would best describe the flavour of a traditional British hop in a best bitter. So Great Newsome Frothingham Best, multi-time World Beer Award-winning Frothingham Best is a classic best bitter with a beautiful rich amber colour, with a slightly nutty edge and fruity hop aroma. We believe frothy is the very best in large print there. 4.3. So they're based, the Great Newsome Brewery are Great Newsome Farm, South Frothingham, Winestead in Hull. They're Hull, East York. So we're down there at the bottom with you. Cardiff City fan here. We're down there as of 2025, battling away with Hull to try and escape relegation. The ingredients on this beer are water, barley malt, wheat malt, hops and yeast. It's fabulous. It's a fabulous beer, and I'm gonna rate it. I love the look. I really like the aroma. I love the taste. I like that enough to give it an 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom. Cheers.